Blockchain, the hottest topic you can study about cryptocurrency right now. Hello guys, my name is Meghna Rawat. I am from BTech CSCC. I'm gonna cover introduction to blockchain in this video. So the content of my video is what is a blockchain, why blockchain is resistant to modification, who created blockchain, distributed ledger, structure of blockchain, types of blockchain, disadvantages and analysis of blockchain, uses of blockchain. So, what is a blockchain? A blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks that are linked using cryptography. Now, you must be wondering, what kind of data does this block contain? So, each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block, a timestamp, and a transaction date. In the other word, we can say blockchain is an open, distributed ledger that can record transactions between two parties efficiently and in a verifiable and permanent way. By design, a blockchain is resistant to modification of the data. Now you must be wondering why. Now let me tell you. As you have already studied that each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block. That is, each block contains a unique value that is generated from the data it has. So each block generates a cryptographic hash which is used by its upcoming, or you can say the next block that is going to link with this block, that is used by that block. So since the value of the cryptographic hash is unique, so it becomes very difficult to generate the similar kind of cryptographic hash again. Thus, it also make it very difficult to link those blocks. So we can say a blockchain is resistant to modification of the data. For use as a distributed ledger, a blockchain is typically managed by a peer-to-peer network, collectively entering the protocol for inter-node communication and validating new blocks. Once recorded, the data in any given block cannot be altered retroactively without alteration of all subsequent blocks, which requires consensus of the network majority. Although blockchain records are not unalterable, blockchains may be considered secure by design and exemplify a distributed computing system with high Byzantine fault tolerance. Decentralized consensus has therefore been claimed with the blockchain. So let's study about the history of blockchain. Blockchain was invented by a person, or you can say a group of people, using the name Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 to serve as a public transaction ledger of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. The identity of Satoshi Nakamoto is still unknown. The invention of the blockchain for Bitcoin made it the first digital currency to solve the double spending problem without the need of trusted authority or a central server. The Bitcoin design has inspired other applications, and the blockchains that are readable by the public are widely used by the cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is considered a type of payment rail. Private blockchains have been proposed for business use. So, what is the difference between a centralized ledger and a distributed ledger? As you can see, in a centralized ledger, each node is connected to a central server. In this example, you can see client A, client B, and client C3 all are connected to a central server that is a bank. So, if client A wants to do transaction between client B, he must go to the bank for its like this kind of services which is going to provide by the bank for the transaction. But on the other hand, distributed ledger, in this, all the nodes are connected with each other. Thus, they do not require a central body such as a bank or anything you can say for their communication between each other. Thus, if a node A wants to interact with node C, he or she can directly do the transaction without any central server. In the left hand, you can see This is a single entity, that is, they are connected single with a single way. But in the multiple entities, you can see that these act as a all nodes are separate. Thus, they act as a the multiple entities. Whereas in the left hand single entity that complete complete you can say a group of nodes is a act as a single entity. Then you must be wondering how might a distributed ledger work? So it starts with users initiate transaction using their digital signature. Then user broadcasts their transaction to nodes. After this, one or more nodes begin validating each transaction. Then the node aggregate validated transaction into blocks. Node broadcast blocks to each other. Then consensus protocol is used. And after this, the block reflecting true state is changed to the prior block. This is how a distributed ledger works. Then let's study about what is a block or blocks that is used in a blockchain. Blocks hold batches of valid transactions that are hashed and encoded into a marker tree. Each block includes the cryptographic hash of the prior block in the blockchain, linking the two. The linked blocks form a chain. This iterative process confirms the integrity of the previous block all the way back to the original Genesis block. Genesis block is the first block that is used for a complete chain of a block of the blockchain. So sometimes separate blocks can be produced concurrently, creating a temporary fork. Blocks not selected for inclusion in the chain are called orphan blocks. Peers supporting the database have different versions of the history from time to time. They keep only the highest scoring version of the database known to them. Bitcoin uses a proof of work system where the chain with the most cumulative proof of work is considered the valid one by the network. Now let's study what is the block time. The block time is the average time it takes for the network to generate one extra block in the blockchain. Some blockchain creates a new blocks as frequently as every 5 seconds. By the time of the block completion, the included data becomes very variable. In cryptocurrency, this is practically when the transaction takes place. So a shorter block time means faster transaction. The block time for Ethereum is set to between 14 and 15 seconds, while for Bitcoin it is 10 minutes. Now let's study about what are the types of blockchain. So public blockchain. Public blockchain is usually a blockchain that has absolutely no access restriction. Like anyone with an internet connection can send transaction to it as well as become a validator. That is participate in the execution of consensus protocol. Usually such networks offer economic incentives for those who secure them and utilize some time of a proof of stake or a proof of work algorithm. Some of the largest, most unknown public blockchains are the Bitcoin blockchain and the Ethereum blockchain. Private blockchain. A private blockchain is permission. One cannot join it unless invited by the network administrators. Participant and validator access is restricted. Hybrid blockchain. A combination of centralized and decentralized features, thus the exact working of the chain and can vary based on which portion of centralized decentralization are used. So the uses of blockchain, you can see that it is used in multiple areas such as distributed ledger for cryptocurrency, that is Bitcoin, which is the most notably used. So the most cryptocurrency use blockchain technology to record transaction. Example are Bitcoin network, Ethereum network. Then blockchain-based smart contracts are proposed that can be partially or fully executed or imposed without human interaction. Then it can be used in financial services, video game, supply chain. One of the examples for the video game is a blockchain game known as CryptoKitties, launched in November 2017. The game made headlines in December 2017 when a CryptoKitty character, an in-game virtual pet, was sold for more than 100,000 US dollars. Supply chain. It can be used for supply chain because there are a number of efforts and industry organizations working to employ blockchain, supply chain logistics, and supply chain management. Other uses are Hyperledger and proof of existence is an online service that verifies the existence of computer file as a specific. Now, what is the disadvantage of private blockchain? As you can see that there's, as said by Nikolai Hampton, that there is also no need for a 51% attack on a private blockchain as a private blockchain already controls 100% of all blockchain creation resources. If you could attack or damage the blockchain creation tools on a private corporate server, you could efficiently control 100% of the network and alter transaction however you wish. So this is the only major disadvantage of the private blockchain. Now, at last, blockchain analysis. The analysis of public blockchain has become increasingly important with the popularity of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies. A blockchain, if it is public, provides anyone who wants access to observe and analyze the chain data given one has known how. The process of understanding and accessing the flow of crypto has been an issue for many cryptocurrency, crypto exchange, and banks. So, the development some argue has led criminals to prioritize use of new crypto such as Monero. The question is about public accessibility of blockchain data and the personal privacy of the very same data. It is a key debate in cryptocurrency and ultimately in blockchain. At last, I would like to conclude by myself that though the Bitcoin is illegal in few countries, but the scope for blockchain is beyond what is taught today. So, thank you everyone.